Hey guys, welcome to this agent training here from the Argo Real Estate Professionals office. We have amazing people with us today. We have Jared. He's one of our lead and senior executive agents here in the office, and also Jake Fritz. He is executive and also lead agent here in the team. We're excited to share amazing stuff, information with you guys. And Jared and Jake, I'm happy to have you guys here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited about this.
We're going to provide some good info and hopefully good training for all the agents. We're going to concentrate today on starting as a real estate agent. Where do I start? Provide some good ideas on how to set up your business, and mainly how to get your ball rolling, your ball going. And these guys have a lot of experience, different backgrounds, different time in the industry. They've been solo agents for a while, and they joined my team, so they have experience inside a team and also getting business done as a solo independent agent. So thanks for sharing this information with you guys. I want to start throwing a question at you guys on let's say today's our first day in the real estate world as an agent. You got your license, you join a broker, you pass the test, which is a big accomplishment. Where do I start? Like knowing what you guys know today, where do you start? What will be the first steps that you take? Maybe we'll start with you, Jared, on where to start. Where do we start?
So the very first thing I would do is first set up a CRM, set up a way to be able to track, people that or new leads that you get. Because the biggest mistake I think we do when we first start in real estate is we kind of just run around with like chickens with our heads cut off. We don't have a way to track who we've talked to, who might be interested in doing real estate, and be able to follow up with them. So first I'd start off with a CRM. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to pay for one. It could literally just be an Excel spreadsheet. But whatever it is, be able to put their name in there, add some notes. So that's the first thing I would do. And then one of the most important things is start letting people know you're doing real estate, right? Don't be a secret agent. Let the people that you talk with every day, your friends, your family members, know that, hey, yeah, I'm a realtor. I'm doing this full time, whatever it is. But start getting the word out there that you do real estate.
Those are great suggestions. I do have a few follow-up questions, if that's okay, Jared. So you saying, hey, put your information in a CRM. Why? I mean, if I talk to you today, you don't want to buy a house. You tell me, hey, Damien, I just bought a house yesterday. Why do I need to put you in a CRM? What are the benefits of doing that?
Most of the people that we talk to that show they're interested in doing real estate don't actually end up buying or selling, in the next couple of weeks. Most of the time, if they come to you with the question of, hey, how's the market? They're just kind of feeling things out. They're probably not going to buy or sell, for the next 6 months to a year or 2 years. So if you can keep track of those people that have shown just even a little bit of interest in what's going on in real estate, and then you can go back and you can target them down the road, or you can, try to set up to meet with them for lunch, or, send them a little market update or whatever it is. So you're not having to try to remember, because if you have to try to remember the 200 people you've talked to, people are going to fall through the cracks. You're not going to close as many deals.
When I started as a real estate agent, I had a little sticky notes, and I will put them around my computer. That's a good system, right?
Hey, whatever. Anything's better than nothing, right? If that works for you, do the sticky notes. Me, I'm an electronic guy. If I was starting out again, it doesn't have to be fancy. Again, it could literally just be an Excel spreadsheet, just having their names, have a little note next to them. You can, color tag them with people that are more serious than others. Whatever it is, just have some way to keep track of people you've talked to about real estate that have shown some kind of interest.
You're just trying to be nice. Why is sticky notes a horrible idea?
I mean, me personally, I don't like that, because I have to be there at my office to look at it, to see who's interested. You're going to lose sticky notes. It becomes super disorganized. It's hard to look at. So I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's better than nothing.
And you want mobility, right? You like you're saying, you want to be driving around. You're going to be waiting in different places. You want to have access, hopefully a CRM or a database that you can open from your mobile device, from your laptop, wherever you are. Or if you're traveling, a weekend somewhere, you want to contact someone, you want to have the notes, you want to have the contact information and all that. So CRM was a great suggestion. Jake, what else? Like, I'm starting today. I got my real estate license yesterday. I'm starting today. What do you recommend?
Well, I think both of the points that you guys have brought up are important. You do need to have a way of staying organized, and my advice to any new agent is to remember that agents, kind of by definition, we're portable. Like, we're always on the move. And so I would say whatever system you use, whether it's a real basic spreadsheet, one of the best tools I think that we even use today on the team, that you can take advantage for absolutely no money, is all the product suite that Google offers. From Gmail to their Google Docs to Google Drive. It's a free online cloud-based way of keeping yourself organized. So if your database looks like a spreadsheet in Google Docs, you're keeping track of all of your emails through Gmail. The most important thing is that anything that you do, even if it's sticky notes, your phone has a camera. So if you're a sticky note guy, just make sure you take pictures of all your sticky notes and use something like Evernote. The Evernote app has a free version that's really robust. And if you got to have your sticky notes, just keep track of them in Evernote. Cool thing about that product is that anything you handwrite and take a picture of, it has a very sophisticated OCR scanning technology built into the app, and it can actually read your notes that you take pictures of. So that's number one, is make sure that whatever system you decide to use, make sure it's mobile and that you can carry the information around with you wherever. But I would say, beyond that, basic organization, the most important thing to do after you become an agent is to tell everybody that you're an agent and that you're excited to do business. That goes without saying, but a lot of the times I think we hesitate to really kind of spread the word. So what does that look like? To me, that looks like taking advantage of every social media platform that you're already on. The obvious one is, be doing Facebook posts about how you're a brand new agent, you're excited to start in this new career, you can't wait to help everybody. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the basic ones. Phone calls, letters, drop-bys. I mean, literally everybody that needs to know that you're an agent. Because everybody already knows 2 or 3 other agents. And it's really, really important that you stay top of mind. So to go one step beyond that, as a part of spreading the word and making sure people know you are an agent, one post, one time right after you get your license isn't going to cut it. Social media, especially, is only effective when it's consistent. So I would say probably the most important thing you can do after you have announced that you're an agent, keep in mind you have no clients right now. You may not even have any leads or cold prospects, like you've got nothing. But there are a lot of things that you can do through social media to document or I guess demonstrate what a realtor does. One suggestion I have is start by visiting model homes of from new home builders in your area, and do quick video tours. You can highlight the sales agent working in the office with their permission. Say, hey, I'm down here at Richmond American with Nancy. She's absolutely awesome, and I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes today giving you a quick tour through the models, and I'm going to highlight a couple of the other ones that they have available over the next few days. So stay tuned, right?
So a lot of steps right there. A lot of good info. Let me stop you right there and break things down a little bit for you. Jake, if you can maybe turn the volume down a little bit. I think there's like a noise or an echo coming from your device.
Sure.
But a lot of good content on the information that you threw.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Sorry.
So if I hear you guys correctly, so let's break it down a little bit just so the agents can understand the steps that we're giving them. If I hear you guys correctly, and you stop me if I didn't read your message correctly, step number one is organize yourself. Hopefully through a CRM, right? Like a client. A system that will help you organize with future clients or leads. And then the second thing will be let everybody know that you're a real estate agent, and don't be quiet, right, about it. You don't need to brag that you got a real estate license, but I know of agents that as soon as they started real estate school, they started letting people know what their goal was and what the goal was and how they were going to help people, and pictures of them at the real estate school, and then pictures of them with the approved or passed test, and then pictures of them when they got their first lockbox or their realtor key or something like that on social media. So let everyone know that you are a real estate agent. I love what you said, Jake, about social media. I mean, we can go a lot deep into that, but and then Jared said along those lines, don't be a secret agent, right? Social media, I think, is a free marketing tool that we can use to let everyone know that what is it that we're doing and who we are. Yes, I'm a dad. Yes, I'm a husband. And people probably feel a little more related to postings like that. But also, people should know that I'm also a real estate agent or a realtor. And the fastest and I believe the cheapest way to communicate that to the world is social media, through the channels of Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or stuff like that. Any other suggestions? Did I miss anything? What other suggestions would you give a brand new agent or someone that is restarting the business? Hey, Damien, I got my license for 2 years. I haven't done any transaction, or I have only done one deal or two deals. I want to set up a good business for 2021. What do you guys recommend? How do I get this ball rolling a little faster than other agents per se?
So one thing I would recommend is don't go in blind, right? Create a business plan. You have to treat this like it's a real business. A lot of agents just kind of throw things against the wall and see what sticks, which can work, but to be more effective and actually have a real business, create a business plan, have goals for the year, and then work out how you're going to accomplish those goals. Also, I'd recommend have a 5-year plan, right? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What does it look like? How much income are you going to have? How many deals per year are you going to close? How many vacations are you going to be going on with your family? What does your business look like? And then work in reverse from there. All right, so if I want to be closing 50 deals a year 5 years from now, what do I need to do this year? What do I need to do in 2 years and 3 years and 4 years so I can ramp up to that? Have a plan. Actually have a business plan.
So if I know, let's say I have a year goal, 12 months goal. I mean, 12-month goal will be I need to make 100,000, right? That will be my personal goal. And let's say I'm a brand new agent, Damien. I'm leaving behind a good job, so I need to make more than that. Let's say 100,000. So can I work backwards? That's what you're saying. I can work backwards to know what I need to do on a weekly or daily basis. Let us teach us a little bit about that. Tell me how, as a brand new agent, I need to make so much money. How do I figure out what I need to do on a daily basis to make that happen?
Yeah, so I mean that's the smartest way is to reverse engineer it, right? So if your goal is to make 100,000, okay, well, first you need to figure out how many deals you need to close. right? What's your commission going to be per deal? So let's just work with even numbers. Let's say your average commission is $10,000. For the market that we're in, it's just over 300,000. So that's pretty doable, right? Around $10,000 per closing. So that gives you have to close 10 deals for the year, right? Or actually more than that if you're going to be spending money for marketing. But working backwards. Okay, so let's just say 10 deals. So you have to close 10 deals. How am I going to get those deals? How many clients do I actually need to get? How many escrows do I need to get to close 10 deals? You might want to play it safe and have a few more escrows than the 10. Say, your goal is 12, 13, 14 escrows to close 10 this year. And then work backwards from there. Okay, how many people did I actually have to talk to about real estate in order to get those escrows? How many phone calls did I have to make? How many posts? Kind of work it backwards like that.
That's pretty good. Reverse engineering, and we can do that. You mentioned also 5-year goal. I think that's extremely smart. It's where do I see myself in 5 years? I just got my license. 5 years seems so far away, but I mean we've been in the business for a long time, and it feels like we just got our license, right? Every transaction is different. The excitement is still the same. So time goes by really fast. So 5-year business, you can set it up the same way. What do I want to be in 5 years? I want to be making so much money. I want to be debt free. I want to take my family on a vacation. I need so much money a year. It comes down to a number. Reverse engineer that. Jake, what can you add to that? I mean, is Jared is talking about 10 deals a year, 11 deals a year to after splits or whatever. Is that doable? Sorry, I had you.
Now you can hear me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to be realistic, but also is equally optimistic. And it takes a little bit of a leap of faith to jump into this. And as if you don't know it yet, just ask around and people tell you being a real estate agent is not like having a job. So to back up a little bit, one of the first things I would recommend is, if you are pursuing this as a career, just know, as part of your business plan, that there is going to be a ramp up period, right? There's going to be, and how long that ramp up period depends entirely on, the market. It depends on how aggressive you are, and realistically, how much time you have each week, each day to devote to what I call income producing activities. Depending on your circumstances, I would strongly recommend, if you do have a part-time job or if you haven't transitioned out of your career, build that into, you're phasing out of whatever job that you're in right now, wherever career you're coming from. Make the phase out part of your business plan as well, because most people don't have they don't have enough savings to live on for 6 months while their career gets ramped up, right? So my best recommendation is, if you've just cut the cord and you're jumping into it, with 2 feet, that's awesome. But you need to know going into it, how are you going to pay the bills this month? How are you going to pay the bills in 3 months? What if it takes you 6 months to earn that first commission? You need to have a plan in place to take care of the basics, because otherwise you're going to be operating from starvation mode. And when you're starving, all you think about is, well, where's my next meal going to come from? Being a successful real estate agent and being an agent that people want to do business with requires that you get yourself out of that mindset and start giving, coming from a place that you can genuinely immerse yourself in the needs of others. So that to me is step one, is make sure that, how are you going to live for the next 3 to 6 months while your business gets off the ground? Is this a side hustle until you start making enough that keeping it as a side hustle doesn't make sense anymore? Whatever that looks like for you, figure out what it is and make sure that you're realistic. But beyond that, you know, it's great to talk about setting goals and working backwards. But if I've never worked in the real estate industry, you know, I really don't know. I really don't know how to set my goals. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know what the average commission is based on, whatever arrangement I have with my broker. So my advice to anyone who is entering into the real estate career coming from another industry is to find a mentor. You know, find somebody who is doing what you want to do, is making the kind of money that you want to make, and duplicate. That's the best possible strategy out there, is to find, even if it's not a personal mentor, there's some great real estate coaches out there online who offer a lot of free resources and podcasts. Tom Ferry is my favorite. He's got podcasts in YouTube videos that you can watch every single day, and he has years going back of stuff that podcasts that talk about how to create a business plan, how to do what it is. You've got to have somebody that's successful, that has been in the industry, and whose track record is proven. And the best way is to not recreate the wheel, but find somebody whose behavior and whose practices you can model.
Absolutely. A couple of things that I wanted to add to that is I love what you mentioned about the mentoring part. Here at Argo Real Estate Professionals, we have lead agents like you guys. You guys have agents that you help coach, train underneath you, right? And the reasoning behind that is coaching, training, and also accountability, right? Most of us come with a job mentality. We have to have on a schedule Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and the real estate world doesn't work that way, and we have to have someone that we report to, or keep us accountable, or keep us productive and all that. So use a lead agent if you're here in Argo, or or a mentor or someone like that you can feel the support, but also you can feel that they keep you accountable to your goals, like to your year goal, to your 5-year goal. So great suggestion there. Also, the other suggestion that you guys kind of mentioned too is knowledge. You're starting in the industry, so unfortunately, what you learn in real estate school is not useful in practice, or you're going to use it only a little bit, and like 5% in the field. So you have to acquire knowledge and experience in the training, in the fields, in the trenches, right? So my suggestion for my new agents is go back to real estate school, which is kind of annoying, and take your CE classes now. I know you have 2 years to renew your license, but that will give you additional information, additional knowledge. Go back to real estate school and take your CE classes as fast as possible. You have another 24 hours to take to renew your license. I understand that you have 2 more years to do it, but you need that knowledge and to hear other agents in the trenches today, as you get started. So experience, knowledge, those are things that your clients are going to sense and appreciate if you're knowledgeable. Guys, as we wrap things up, what else comes to your mind? Brand new agent in front of you, she's got my license, or I'm just restarting my business. I haven't done much in the last few years. Any other word of advice, suggestions? What can you tell me?
I'll go ahead. One thing that has really helped me be able to organize and focus my business and be successful is, I try to have a plan with everything, right? So if I'm going to focus on my family and my friends, I need to have a plan for how I'm going to reach out to them, or which people I need to reach out to every year. And I'll make a list of people who I feel like could do a real estate transaction this year, and I'll update that throughout the year and edit it. Odds are, 1 out of 10 people that are going to do a real estate transaction this year. But if you can narrow it down a little more specific to, all right, I know that this friend has had 2 kids in this house. They've been there for 5 years. They're probably going to move sometime in the near future. So that I make that list every year of people that I want to focus on, and I want to bring up real estate to. And my business is a little bit different. I try to do it super casual. So with my friends, my families, I just invite them out to lunch. Like, hey, what are you doing on Tuesday? Let's go out to lunch. We go out and eat. We talk. I don't shove real estate down their throats. It's, I'm interested in them, their family, what they're doing for their career. And then it naturally gets brought up of how's real estate going? That conversation will just come up naturally. They'll ask me. And so that's kind of been how I've been able to get a lot of business from my friends and family. On top of that, friends and family, it's huge for resource for referrals. So when you are working with a family member, you close the deal, it's way more fun to work with family or friends as well. But then at the end, they're more likely to refer you out to their friends or other family members. So it's like a big domino effect. If you can start closing your friends and family, you're going to get a lot more referrals.
I love that. I love great info. And I challenge everyone watching this video to sit down and write down a list of 100 people that you know and follow the exercise that you just mentioned, Jared. I think it's an amazing way to get your business going. Jake, what do you have for us? Any suggestions? Can you hear us, Jake?
There we go. Technical difficulties for a minute. Sorry, your audio had cut out. What was the question?
One last suggestion for the new agents or agents who starting in the business. One more thing before we wrap up. What do you have for me?
Yes. One of the things I hear from new agents most often is, well, okay, let's see. What if I, let's say, I'm not a native Arizonan. I moved here from back east or wherever. All of my family is out of state. I really don't know anybody. I've been here for a few years. And so there's an exercise that I like to do with people, and they're always surprised to find out how big their sphere of influence really is. And so the logic behind that is people like doing business with people who do business with them. So, I start with my agents and I say, let's take a look. If you do have immediate friends and family, let's put them on the list first. Okay. But beyond that, who do you do business with regularly? Do you have a favorite breakfast spot that you go to regularly? Is there a barista at Starbucks who knows your name as soon as you walk in the door? Okay, put them on the list. Who's your barber or your hairstylist? Put them on the list. Who do you have do your pest control at your own home? Do you get monthly service from a company that you've used for a couple of years? Talk to that person, put them on the list. Who has come out to service your air conditioning unit recently? Who do you know in any industry that has to do with housing? So landscapers, plumbers, air conditioning specialists. Do you know a handyman in your neighborhood? Do you know somebody who works on roofs? And start creating a list of everyone that that you've either hired to do business with, for personal services at your home, or favorite restaurants, movie theaters, your favorite barista, your hairstylist, all those things. And don't worry about whether or not they own a home. The point is you want to create and identify who your sphere of influence is. And as you start writing those names down, more names will come to mind. And then without any thought of real estate at all, just start interacting with those people. Strike up a little bit longer conversation. Ask them, how it is that they do what they do and why did they get started. because really, real estate has very little to do with housing and property and all of the technical knowledge. And it really is about creating relationships with people and earning their business and their trust. And that starts with just making connections.
I love that. I love that. What you mentioned at the end there is I think a very powerful point that you bring up. It's all about getting to know people, about being social, about networking with all the people around us. So even though if you're new in town or whatever, you can start, let everyone know what you do and who you are, and that you've been looking at houses, that you're going to do an open house, that she's got your real estate license. Don't be a secret agent. That's what the Jared said that I love, is everyone now needs to know that Jake is a realtor or Jared is a real estate agent, and then do a good job, but keep pushing that, following up, passing out business cards, getting into real estate conversations. Don't be shy. You're in an industry that you can't hide, behind your doors and just wait for the phone to ring. You have to be out talking to people, passing out marketing stuff and all that. Guys, I appreciate you guys share a ton of good stuff. I appreciate the opportunity of being with me and helping some agents get their business going. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in another video.
Sounds good. Thank you, Damian.
Talk to you guys later.